Here at Kauffman Stadium, the Kansas City Royals played host to the Milwaukee Brewers in an interleague matchup against their former catcher, Salvador Perez. On the hill for KC is Jake Junis, making hhis fifth start of the year. He's 2-1 with a 2.88 ERA so far in the year. And in the top half of the second with two outs, Eric Thames hits one into right center field. Phillips is there to cut it off, but he is not going to be able to gun down Thames at second base, so he has himself a double. Next batter up is Orlando Arcia, gets a hanging pitch on the first pitch of the AB, and he sends it into the left field bullpen. That is out of here. A two-run shot, his third of the year for Arcia, and it's a 2-0 Brewers lead. On to the bottom of the inning now, and Jimmy Nelson is on the hill for the Brewers, making his sixth start of the year. And with one out, Pavin Smith comes to the plate, hits the ball into right field. Domingo Santana gets to it, and it's going to be a base knock for Pavin Smith. After him, it's Ryan Schimpf. He draws himself a walk, and it's first and second for the Royals now. That would bring up Brett Phillips, who appears to hit into an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play, but instead he beats it out at the back end. So it's runners on the corners, Marwin Gonzalez at the plate, and Phillips goes and swipes second base. So it's now second and third with two outs, 2-1 count to Margot, and he's going to hit a ball up the middle, but it's going to be gotten by Hiura, who ends the inning throwing out to first base. So it's still a 2-0 game. On to the top half of the fifth now, where Thames hits a line drive into left field, but Jorge Bonifacio is going to make a beautiful sliding catch. Another look-see at that one. Now onto the top of the sixth, Hiura's at the plate, and he's going to hit a ball back up the middle for a base knock. So a single for Hiura. Next batter up is Lorenzo Cain. A pitch gets away from Nick Dini, the backup catcher, catching today, and Hiura's going to move up to second base. Then Cain hits the ball into right field. Soler takes his time with it, and Hiura's going to score from second base. It's now a 3-0 Brewers lead. Cain on first. Yelich then hits a ball into left field. Another base knock. It's going to be first and second, nobody out for the Brewers. After them, it is Travis Shaw, the mayor of Ding Dong City, getting it done with a base knock up the middle. A run comes in to score. It's now a 4-0 Brewers lead. That would end Jake Junis' day, and Jake Jewell comes into the game out of the bullpen. First and second, nobody out. First batter he faces is Domingo Santana, and he's going to pop up the left field, so everybody retreats back to their base. And then he would get Salvador Perez to ground into an inning-ending 5-4-3 around the horn double play, so it's only a 4-0 lead for the Brewers as Jewell gets out of the jam. And now in the bottom of the sixth, the Royals offense came alive, starting with Matt Carpenter, a solo shot that just barely gets over the right field fence. It's now a 4-1 game. After him, it's Vince Falvey. He connects on one, looks like it's going to keep carrying, but it does die out at the track. Hits the track, bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. He's on second base. After him, it is Jorge Soler, and he's connecting on one that is way out of here. A 2-run shot for Jorge Soler, and it's now a 4-3 ball game on Soler's sixth home run of the season. A 1-run lead now for the Brewers. Later on in the inning, Pavin Smith came to the plate. He's gonna slice a ball down the left field line, and he's gonna be able to get into second base with a double. So Smith on second base. That would bring up Brett Phillips later on the inning with two outs. He hits the ball into right center field. Smith is going to score from second. An RBI single for Brett Phillips ties the game. On to the bottom of the ninth now, where Brett Phillips trying to end it with one swing of the bat, but Lorenzo Cain gets to it in right center field, so we're on to extra innings. Bottom of the 11th, Soler hits a ground ball over to third. Throw drags Carlos Santana off the bag, so Soler's on first, but then Bonifacio grinds into a 6-4-3 double play. It's still 4-4. On to the top of the 12th, Rafael Montero on the mound, and Thames is going to hit a ball into the shift, but Schimpf does not have the arm to get him out of first, so it's runner on first with one out. And then Arcia hits the ball into right center field. Thames is not sure if it would land, so he's going to have to hold up in between first and second for a bit, and that costs them a run. So now it's second and third with one out. Carlos Santana was then intentionally walked. So then with 1 out, Hiura grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. Montero gets out of the jam. It's still a 4-4 game. Bottom of the 12th now, Marwin Gonzalez hits the ball down the right field line, and Margot is going to get himself into second base with a double. So he's on second with 2 outs. They pinch run for him with the more speedy Khalil Lee, and then Mabry's Valoria comes in a pinch hit for the backup catcher Nick Dini. But Valoria would pop things up into the infield, and that would end that inning. We go on to the top of the 16th, and it is still tied at 4. Juris Familia comes on for the Brewers, and the first batter he faces is Christian Yelich, who's going to hit a ball into left center field. Phillips chases that one down, but Yelich has himself an easy 2-bagger. After him, it's Travis Shaw, the mayor of Ding Dong City, yet again, not getting it done with the Ding Dongs, but instead the little base knocks, his second RBI single of the game, and the Brewers take a 5-4 lead. Salvador Perez would then hit a single in front of Soler in right field, and Shaw is going to go to third base. The runners on the corners with 1 out, as then Thames hits a ball into right field. It's going to get over the head of Soler, and a run is going to score. It's now a 6-4 lead for the Brewers, and they would take that lead in the bottom of the 16th. AJ Ramos came on for them. First batter he faces, Matt Carpenter, hits a line drive to right field, right into the glove of Santana. After him, it's Falvey, also gets good wood on a pitch, right into the glove of Kane. After him, it's Soler, another line drive, this one also into the glove of Kane, and that would be a 1-2-3 inning from Ramos as the Brewers lock this one down in the bottom of the 16th inning. Orlando Arcia gets player of the game honors. He had a 2-run shot. He had 2 doubles on the day. Eric Thames was 4 for 7. Christian Yelich 3 for 7. Buddy Boschers gets the win. Familia gets the loss. AJ Ramos the save. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of Kansas City Royals Baseball. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.